hot summer day, all my YouTube followers and fans out there. Back at you with another hot, blazing summer cooking video on today. Well, this is a two-part video. On part one, right here, we're going to make a delicious summer apple cobbler. Yummy to my tongue. And in part one, you're also going to see me do that. And then in part two, we got the dinner part, which is some delicious grilled ribs outside. And then we're going to bring them in and put them in a slow cooker. And I'll share the rest of those ingredients in the menu in part two of our video today, of our blazing hot summer video. Yes, indeed. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started on that delicious apple cobbler, which I have in store for today. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So for our apple pie cobbler, not pie cobbler, yes. We're going to need 5 pounds of apples, about 10 or 11 apples, all chopped up. You can slither them up however you want them, but we'll do them like this. Alright, we're going to need a half a teaspoon of lemon zest from our lemon. And we're going to need some freshly squeezed lemon juice as well. So I'm going to zest the lemon here in my bowl. The lemon zest smells so good. And we need about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it and put it in my bowl here. Alright, that's our sugar. 3 tablespoons is enough. I think that's about good right there. So next, we're going to need 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. Measure that out in here. All right. And 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, packed down, which I got right here. And 5 tablespoons of flour, 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon, 3/4 of a cup of nutmeg, and 1/2 a teaspoon of cardamom, 1/4 of a teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I need another cup of coffee. All right. So now we're going to take all of our oh goodness, ingredients and mix them all together just like we would do in any other apple ingredient. So, but this time you can either cook the apples or you can just peel and slice them in a pan or do whatever. But this time we are going to cook the apples in our pan because we're going to do things a little different this time than a normal apple cobbler. Alright, let's head over to the stove and let's bake, not bake them, let's cook them and warm them up. Because normally a cobbler you could use already packed apples, canned apples that already come in the juice and it's ready made. But I thought today, let's just do it all from scratch. Alright, so now we're going to stir everything together. And we're going to let these apples cook down. And once they cook down, we'll make our filling for the apples. So you want to let these cook down for about 20 minutes. Add in our nutmeg, and our 5 tablespoons of flour. Add that in there. Just mix all these together and let these cook. Try not to break the apples. And I tell you, homemade is always the best. Always the best. Always remember that. Homemade is always the bomb. Alright. So we're going to let this here warm up. So we're going to, let's see, set this for probably about a few minutes until the so for the topping, we are going to need 2.5 cups of flour. And our vanilla, we're going to add that in there when the apples have simmered down some. And just gently stir the apples. Don't overdo it because you don't want to break the apples up. Coming along perfectly. I can smell that apple spice. Alright, so we need 2.5 cups of flour. Alright, and we need 1 1/2 of a cups of granulated sugar, real cane sugar or stevia. It's more healthier. And if you're trying to watch your sugar intake, this is the best kind to have. I know it says 1.5 cups of sugar. But if you only just want to do 1 cup of sugar, that's fine. You can skip the other half a cup of sugar with this as well. So we'll just do a cup of sugar. This is a good way to cut back on your sugars, because I tell you, too much sugar, whew, diabetes is real. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in my flour. We're going to need some kosher salt, about a teaspoon of kosher salt. And I'm just going to measure it out in the palm of my hand. That's about good right there. Over the shoulder for a blessing. And 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And speaking of salt, always remember to maintain your salt and never lose your cool. Alright, what did I come over here for? Baking powder. Baking powder. Alright. Alright, so we need a teaspoon of baking powder. And a half a cup of buttermilk and 1 egg. Alright, and we also need a half a cup of cold butter cut into chunks, which is about 1 full stick of butter. Go ahead and clean up here. And now this is going to be very easy. Right, now 1 egg. All right. So now, check on our apples. All right, they're looking perfect. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off since they're about cooked down. Let them set for a little while. You don't want to burn them up. No. Alright, so now what we're going to do is you're going to preheat your oven to 375, and then we're going to add all our dry ingredients together, whisk together. Alright, so now we're going to take our buttermilk, whisk it in our egg mixture. You need a half a cup of buttermilk. Alright. And we're going to add this in our flour mixture here. right, so we're gonna take our pastry cutter to turn it into like a kind of like a moist, shaggy flavored dough, whatever you call it. And if you don't have a pastry cutter, you can use a spoon or a fork. All right, if you don't have that, and use this instead of stirring. And then after that, we're going to chop the butter and we're going to scatter on top of the flour mixture as it cooks. So we're going to come Alright, once it's all cut like this, alright, so it's alright if there's some dry spots of flour in there. It's perfect just fine, because all that looks about good right there. Alright, once our apples are cooked down, we're going to go ahead and add in so we got our vanilla mixture here. And we got our lemon zest mixture as well. Pour that in there. And mix that in there. So you want to cook these apples until they're fork tender, because when we put them in the oven, they're not going to soften very much. So yep, until they are fork tender. You see how the forks goes right in there? That's the consistency that you want, just like that. So these apples are done. Alright, take the lid over, let them set for a few minutes. And now let's go ahead and get our pie pans ready. Just take some butter and lightly butter your pan. You can also use a baking dish if you have one. And I need to invest in me a glass baking dish. Who wants to pitch in and help out the channel and get me one? Alright. So once your pans are light, light on so we can see. Alright, look at that delicious apple mixture. So place your cobbler right in the pan. And your dough is going to go on the top. These are fresh apples. Fresh. Then you take your mixture, place it right on the top there. Oh, yes indeed. That's how you make a fresh and delicious peach cobbler. Well, apple cobbler. Not peach cobbler. Apple cobbler. Your butter mixture. And just put your butter right on the top like this. Spread it all out on the top, just like that. And then you do the same thing for the other peach cobbler. So we're going to have us a nice size helping. Oh, yes. And don't skip on the seasoning. That's it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It's like magic. It's happening in Chef T's kitchen. Oh. Make my mouth water. Make me lose my breath. Make me water. Whew. Oh, yes and yes. So you're going to put these in a 375 degree oven for about 40 to 45 minutes or until golden brown on the top. And we have ourselves a magical peach cobbler. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put that in the air fryer or oven now. Pies are all ready. Alright, now it's time for the chef to taste test. That's really delicious. Really good. I'll be having this for dessert once we get down to part 2 of our video. This here is not only a winner, but it's a summer winner, holiday winner, whether it's the 4th of July or Memorial Day, any summer occasion, even perfect for the fall season too. This is definitely good. Definitely summer and plus harvest. Definitely a perfect treat. Well, that was delicious. Stay tuned for part 2 because we got some all good feature foods in that video included some good grilled and slow-cooked barbecue ribs and much more to come. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you in part 2, which is our delicious summer-style dinner.